Hello everyone, welcome to Astroreader PH and thanks for dropping by for some astrology. This video is about the lunar eclipse in Taurus that will happen on November 19th of 2021. So we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Taurus at 27 degrees on November 19th. And this will be followed by a solar eclipse in Sagittarius on December 4th, but I'll make a separate video on that. We have 2 to 3 of these a year, lunar eclipses, and they're often accompanied by solar eclipses. Eclipses are a great markers of change. So it's best that you avoid starting major activities during eclipse seasons because of the unstable energy. The theme of this lunar eclipse for me is fear is the mind trap. So what happens during a lunar eclipse? During a lunar eclipse, as the moon positions into a full moon, as it does each month, the earth goes between it and the sun, casting a shadow and reducing the light of the moon. So in a normal full moon each month, the sun directs the monthly affairs, while the moon directs the day-to-day. But during a full moon, the moon enjoys a fulfilling ending or culmination, because it has the full light of the sun, and it expresses the energy of the opposite sign of the sun. So in a full moon in Taurus occurring in the month of Scorpio, a full moon in Taurus occurs during a time or a month of sharing, intimacy, and mutual support, which is Scorpio energy. And it represents a fulfilling ending of beautifying oneself, of self-care, of sensual pleasures like dining, shopping, or a pleasant time apart from a sexual relationship. But in a lunar eclipse, there is no fulfillment. What's pretty certain is that there is a conflict between what the moon needs and what the sun may demand. So the moon may become disgruntled. After all, it didn't get its fair share of light. So there could be a feeling of dissatisfaction. And so it doesn't want to let go. The ending becomes extended, long, and drawn out. The effect of a lunar eclipse tends to be around 6 to 12 weeks, but that's not an exact measure. It really depends on the events occurring in the individual life. The lunar eclipse will be on the Algol and Pleiades area. Those are fixed stars. So be careful of violence or suffering. We can see more events like that happen. So what does the lunar eclipse in Taurus have for us? For sure, it will be concerned about Taurus versus Scorpio energy. You may feel like you haven't had enough self-care, and you haven't had your boundaries respected enough, and maybe you haven't accumulated enough savings or money, or maybe you hadn't have enough space or privacy from others. You may feel dissatisfaction with sensual matters like food, comfort, security. There could be a situation that may be testing your patience and strength and resolve. So as I said, there's a disgruntled feeling about something in your life that probably didn't pan out the way that you hoped, or is being ended earlier than you hoped, without achieving its full potential. Taurus rules what's under our control, our money, our assets, our finances. But Scorpio rules what's beyond our control, so it rules sex, death, other people's money, inheritance. Basically your fate or luck. So there could be control issues coming up. There may be external events that threaten our security. So there could be a calling for us to be more open and vulnerable and ready for change. Some unforeseen losses can also threaten our resources or security. We may be called to solicit more support from others, or maybe enter into a loan or get a debt, financial debt or otherwise. Maybe we feel lonely, so we may seek more intimacy in others. There's good news here, of course, because While some endings may be permanent, not all of them are. Sometimes it's just a temporary reprieve. The good thing is that if there's conflict, this conflict can be temporary and can further strengthen this area of your life. Sometimes, the risk of losing something, it can strengthen our desire for it, and it can build a stronger bond or resolve for us. So if there is a conflict, the conflict could help illuminate and pinpoint the solution to that problem. Actually, I believe that this lunar eclipse will give a feeling of being free for some of us. Because, as you can see, the lunar eclipse forms a T-square with Jupiter as its apex. So there will be a lot of Jupiter energy in this eclipse. But I covered that more in the other video, in the weekly astrological update. So, if you're stuck in a rut, this could be an opportunity for release. Because Jupiter in Aquarius is the apex of the T-square. In the T-square, the apex is usually boss. So Jupiter could be using this lunar eclipse. Jupiter could be providing us an opportunity to escape, rebel, organize. There could be group endeavors that are stuck, and these may move forward. There may be discussions, by the way, that will be opened about ethics, science, ideologies, morality, what is humane and good for humanity or the collective. It could be a good time as well for education, finding out the real truth instead of what the institutions or authorities dictate. There could be an urge to return to sense and reason and start a fight for more freedom. We're going to ask ourselves, are we supposed to live this way as a species? The solution to this, or the next chapter, may be in the next eclipse, in the solar and Sagittarius eclipse on December 4th. But that's for another video. Basically, what's the key takeaway here is that what's strong or what's meant for us will be there for us. And what's weak or what isn't meant for us is best let go. The fixed signs will be more affected by this eclipse. Those with Sun, Ascendant, or other significant placements in the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And another important thing is that if this lunar eclipse is conjunct any of your planets or in the same sign as any of your planets, this could have the effect of turning off that planet for a while. Maybe suddenly losing interest in it or something. So yeah. Before we go to the 12 signs, I'd like to ask you to please like and subscribe to this channel because it's new and liking and subscribing really helps. So thanks. So for the ascendant signs or sun signs, when I say struggle, by the way, I also mean that you may not be ready for this energy, or it may be an unfulfilling ending or a conflict of this energy. Okay, so yeah, first in Aries, the lunar eclipse will be occurring in the second house of resources. So this can manifest as a struggle to let go of a basic source of income, a secure situation, and you may feel violated by a situation that you've put a lot into. What you thought was secure probably wasn't as secure. So with Taurus, it's in the first house of self. There could be a struggle to let go of a personal identity or a personal goal, and you may be forced to focus on a partner's concerns instead of yours. Or instead of a partner, it could be a partnership or other people in general. In Gemini, this is in the 12th house of rest and isolation. So there could be a struggle to let go of rest and accumulate more work. You're probably in a vacation mode already, but you may find that suddenly the work just comes in and you didn't have enough rest. With Cancer, it's in the 11th house of friends and networks. So there could be a struggle to let go of your friends or groups. and maybe find happiness for yourself and appreciate yourself. Maybe there could be friend problems. So you're gonna be forced to focus on your love life. Or maybe you just feel ordinary all in all and want to better yourself. With Leo, it's in the 10th house of career or image. There could be a struggle to let go of a career or achievement and reduce your visibility because you may be forced to attend to personal matters or your passions or maybe retire. Basically, take a step back and go low profile, taking a step back from your career. With Virgo, there could be a vision or a long term plan or ideology that you could struggle to let go of. Maybe it's unrealistic and you have to accept some of reality's limitations. With Libra, could be in intimacy or support. So, there could be a struggle to become more self sufficient and let go of some support or some sponsorship. Maybe you have to be more independent now and you can't rely on your whatever support you've been relying on for the past times or so. With Scorpio, it's in the 7th house of partner and other people. There could be a struggle to end the relationship or reduce the energy that you devote to it so that you can focus more on yourself and your personal goals. With Sagittarius, it's with the 6th house of work and health. There could be a struggle to leave a particular job or routine and rest or retire or go on a vacation or seek spiritual growth. And with Capricorn, it's in the 5th house of fun and hobbies. You may be forced to cooperate with friends or groups and hold back your ego or pride. You may have to leave your hobbies or fun time for now and have less time with kids or your romantic partner. With Aquarius, it's in the 4th house of home, family, and security. So you could struggle to leave the comforts of your home, family, and your personal security. And you have to stand up and be recognized, fulfill more duties, take a higher profile. With Pisces, it's in the 3rd house of communication and errands. So there could be a struggle to say something instead of keeping mum about it. Express what you believe in. So as stated, the effect of the lunar eclipse is just for 6 to 8 weeks. And it may not be a definitive ending. It may be an ending only for the meantime, since eclipse sets tend to counterbalance each other in 5 to 6 months. The takeaway here is that what's best for you will remain for you. And you must learn how to trust in the universe and let go of control issues. Control issues, after all, is just a lack of faith in the divine. And in relationships, lack of trust translates to lack of love. So this time can probably teach us a lot about love, real love, and about divine providence. I think Stoicism, the philosophy, could also help us to withstand these unknowns in life. Just remember that sometimes things need to be broken before they become whole again. And going beyond our fears can help us find peace. And that's it. Thanks for watching. And that's the lunar eclipse in Taurus discussion for all signs. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. We have a lot to cover in the coming weeks. So that's it. Thanks and goodbye.